Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Big Down. This is your boy Bobby Hill. I'd like to thank y'all for coming, for tuning in with me. If you can, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Turn them notifications on. Let you know when I'm about to be on deck. I always post on Facebook. Let you know when I'm about to come up. Um, it's a big day today. Day before it's the finals. San Antonio Spurs trying to get number six. You got the New York Knicks trying to get one. And since the past 50, not in my lifetime, since I haven't seen the Knicks in the finals two times in my lifetime in the 90s, and that was it, So they were champions back in the 70s. They're trying to get that. They've been hungry for that championship to get back to that mountaintop, and they've been close a couple times. I think the closest they gotten so far was against the Houston Rockets and Hakeem Olajuwon, and actually they were up 3-2, and I think they were in Houston, and they had a chance to win it, and um, Hakeem Olajuwon partially blocked John Starks' potential game-winning three-pointer. So that was the closest they was to winning the championship. Hakeem Olajuwon's outreach hands, but I think as you see who I'm representing, I think that honestly, I think that they will put up a valiant effort, but I think that they will fall in 5 games. That's just my prediction. I think they will get one. They get one. I think it will be Game 3 in New York because I think that atmosphere is going to be like unlike any other. And I hope this president don't mess up that by trying to attend that. Stay home, watch it on TV, tweet about it or whatever. Truth social about it or whatever you do. Don't go to that game. You mess that. That's gonna be a beautiful sight over there. But don't hope you don't go mess it up. I'm about to sit here and we're gonna watch the game. Me and my lovely wife. You know, Miss Sandra Hill. I always give her props. She's the reason why I'm here. She's my backbone. Recently, life throwing us, curveballs and stuff, having to lean on each other, and it's a feeling unlike any other to have someone to lean on whenever, life throws things at you. It's good to have someone with you that can pick you up whenever you get down, and you can pick them up whenever they get down, and it's a beautiful thing. So very lovely, very, very beautiful, perfect. No, but we we are perfectly imperfect. We trying to figure this thing out together. Yeah, like I said, I really think that, like I said, I don't think that they're going. Do I think they're going to blow them out? No, I don't think. No, I don't think New York is a great team. I love Jalen Brunson, man. He has that grit like an old school New Yorker, them New York City ballers. So you know, I think that they're a great team, and I'm happy to see them back because this has been a long time. But I just think they running into let's say alien. So with that, it's I want to see I'm real interested in seeing the matchup between or whoever's going to guard. How they going to come at Wembanyama? How they going to guard him? I do not. I do not think that he will be guarded straight up by Carl Anthony Towns. No, because not Cat will foul out. So even though Carl Anthony Towns been playing good, even though there was questions about his game, but he's been playing good this post-series. This postseason, and like I said, it's a very intriguing matchup. And who else they put on them? Do they choose to, stay big on them, or do they try to put a smaller guy on them, like Oklahoma tried with Caruso, try to, pester him? I think who else did them like that? I think Portland in the first round did them like that with Drew Holiday. That's how he got that. That's how he got that concussion, right? Concussion when he hit his jaw on the floor. He had a smaller guy on him, so I don't know if they'll try that or they try someone big. And then another matchup is how, Dylan Harper and Castle, Stephon Castle and Dylan Harper, how they, defend Jalen Brunson. So because he's a big time player, but they, especially Stephon Castle, man, he has a tenacious defense and he's, big body, big guard, combo guard, very athletic, so it's gonna be an intriguing matchup. And it's gonna be the bench play. Which one has that bench player gonna come in and make a difference? And it's always the little things. And this is it. That's why all the marbles. Time to put up a shutout. And then in the spirit of things, I heard people talk about it this week. I ain't want to talk about it. What in the hell wrong with Rich Paul, man? He be tripping, man. I don't know. I understand that LeBron James is boy that grew up together, they homies and stuff like that, man. But you don't got to get, you can. Here's my thing. You can honor your man. You can talk about your man. If you think your man is the greatest, you can say your man is the greatest. But you don't got to sit up here and say stupid stuff about other players, while glazing your man. He said something about he take every chance to try to discredit Michael Jordan for some reason. He had like damn Michael Jordan owe his mama some damn child support money or something. No. I'm just saying, I don't understand what's going on. I mean, he just so. One of the crazy things he was saying when he said about people wearing Jordans, he's saying that people didn't wear, Michael Jordan didn't. This sounds stupid now, but he's saying Michael Jordan wasn't the reason. Like people in the older people, no, the younger people. Michael Jordan wasn't the reason the kids were wearing Jordan. He was saying that the drug dealers wearing the Jordan were the reason why they were wearing the Jordans. And who were the drug dealers wearing the Jordans because of? Stupid stuff like that, man. And then he said, I think the reason he said that, Scottie Pippen's 6 rings are more important or just as important or more important than Michael Jordan. I don't understand what evidence did he have of that. There's no visual evidence on film, and there's no statistical evidence on paper to show that Scottie Pippen played play. Well, people bring up one thing they'll bring up is this fact that the first championship whenever the game one, whenever Jordan was on Magic Johnson, and then Magic Johnson had a good game, and they never mentioned that Jordan had a good game too, and they actually came within one shot from winning that game. But it was all the talk was about Magic and Jordan, so there was times in the rest of the series where they were putting Scottie Pippen on them too. But it wasn't just exclusively Scottie Pippen. Jordan was still on him and Scottie Pippen. And, they made it seem like that it was just Scottie Pippen that's locking Magic down. It wasn't like that. It was a team effort. But, like I said, show me where, the great moment. Show me the moment in the finals. Show me the Scottie Pippen moment. That's what I always ask people. Like, show me the moment. I'm not putting a hate on them or nothing like that, but I'm just asking for facts. Like, show me the what. Where's the Scottie Pippen moment in the finals? As I say, when Jordan had that flu game, when Jordan had that flu game, that should have been the Scottie Pippen game. Well, come to find out, he had damn food poisoning, salmonella, something, food poisoning. Well, whatever game that was, he wasn't feeling 100%. That should have been the Scottie Pippen game. What happened? You know, some of the biggest, some of the biggest, like, I can just point back to I can point back to some of the times where Scottie Pippen came up short. Yes, there were some times where he came up short, and I can point out some times where he was, let's say, less than 100%. All right, we can go with Game 7 of the series with the Detroit Pistons, the year that they thought that was the year that they thought it was going to break through, and it was, as they would say, they were a year ahead of schedule. They thought they were going to break through a year ahead of schedule and beat them. Actually, they did have a better team, but championship, you know, championship valor, that championship, status, that thing that makes y'all the champion, that binds y'all from being a champion. That's what carried them over. And then the fact that Game 7, Scottie Pippen had migraines, you know, so, and that hurt him. I mean, Michael Jordan gave a valid effort, but that was a great team, and that's the kryptonite for a great play. It's like both for each other. Like, the kryptonite for a great team is a great player. You know, you got a great team over there, but they got this. They got an alpha dog over here. Yeah. So, and conversely, the kryptonite for a great player is a great team. You got an alpha dog over there. You got any hope of him, you better have a team up there that can withstand his damn might. Because you're not going to go one for one, man for man, because you don't have that man over there. But if you have a great team, you have a chance against a great player. So it's, that's the game of basketball. That's how it gets down. And I love it. Remember the old saying back in the day, before, when it come to NBA, I love this game. Don't get me wrong, I stopped watching it for a while, mainly because I used to drive trucks and I was gone a lot, so I didn't get a chance to watch it like I used to. But now that I'm off the road, I got a chance to, just to. I don't get a chance to watch all the games because life is busy. But now, especially being that my wife becomes is becoming a fan of it. I try to, that's the time we bond, time to sit and watch games, and she's into it. Like I said, she's familiar with all the players. Her favorite players are she likes she likes Wembanyama, she likes Castle, she likes Dylan Harper, she likes Vassell, she likes who else she like? What's the what's the dude? The my man that blocked the shot. My man. I forgot his name. Kennard or whatever. I think his name. Yes, she likes him too. Yeah. I like him. Yeah, I like him. I really like him. Well, excuse me. But getting back to, got off track. I was talking about Scottie Pippen. Talking about the times that he, and then like I said, the flu game. Where was he at? I mean, where was he at whenever Michael Jordan was down. Where was he at? Why didn't he step up? You know, and then even the last game, Game 6, and I think in the 98 final, 97 finals, which one? I think it was 98. Yeah, where Utah Game 6 with the shot, the pose. You know, Scottie Pippen hurt his back. You know, he was out and all this, man. He didn't, show me with the game where Scottie dropped 40. You know, had a signature moment, a signature game, or something that was capable of a top 75. Each one of the top 75 had show me that game when you went unconscious. Show me that game when you just nobody could touch you. I think I remember one game. I think when he was in Houston, he might have had 44 points. I think that was it. But what was that when you was in your prime, winning championships, playing with your dog right here, playing with the GOAT, playing with Black Jesus? What would you? I mean, I'm just, and that's the knock I always have against Scotty. So that's why that's laughable when he says about rings and stuff. You know, it's true. Michael Jordan didn't win that without he didn't start advancing into the playoffs until after Scottie Pippen joined the team. But it wasn't because of Scottie Pippen. It was because the general manager picked the right players, got rid of the crap that they had before, and they got the right players, and they started getting better. You know. But like I said, that's his man. Rich Paul always going, he always going to look out for his man. He always going to put his man up there. But like I said, he say a little crazy stuff. And, people know too. They just, he trying to just, I guess, get some, get more followers, get people to watch his stuff. So that's how people do it. They say outlandish stuff like that, Just, I don't know. Maybe he's frustrated from being with Adele. He just get outside. He get say stupid stuff on the podcast. Whatever. But yeah, but like I said, me and my wife are gonna sit here and enjoy this. We're gonna enjoy this game, and like I said, enjoy each other. I got some little even there in Texas. I bought a deep dish. I think it's not Chicago. I'm trying to find a Chicago deep dish piece. I can't find it. I never had a Chicago deep dish, and I'm trying to find one down here, and it's being difficult. So I'm trying to find that. But there's a lot of great food down here to choose from, though. Wish wish I could experience some of this stuff down here. In the bar, barbecue, and that's all right. I like North Carolina barbecue. I don't care. I grew up with North Carolina barbecue, and I'm always gonna be loyal to North Carolina barbecue. Don't mean I don't eat other barbecue, but I'm always gonna be loyal to North Carolina barbecue, the greatest, the goat. Speaking of goat, they have goat tacos down here. I be eating them too. Oh my god! Hey. They're delicious. Goat tacos. If you ever had one, try it. If you have, excuse me, try it. Very delicious. Excuse me, they have goat tacos. Call them quesadillas. Quesadillas. It's hard for me to say Spanish sometimes. I know I'll be saying it wrong. I'll be, my wife, my stepdaughter be laughing at me and stuff, and I'll be trying to say words. I think I'll be doing okay. My stepdaughter will be like, say it again. Oh my god, I sound like an idiot. I hate that. I keep it to the simple. Sí, hola, buenos días. I told my wife, I said only. I said, listen, I said the first. I said I'm gonna keep it real with you. I said I wasn't around a lot of Mexican people growing up. We seen like migrant workers, but we never had like a lot of Mexican like Spanish people in our school. And then the ones we had, they sort of like they stuck to themselves. They wasn't like the outgoing, stuff like that. They sort of stuck to themselves. So I didn't get a chance to be around a lot of Mexican and Spanish speaking people. But I told her, I said, my only, like growing up, my only exposure to Spanish, was Speedy Gonzalez. I said, only words I knew was andale, andale, and arriba, arriba. I said, that's what he said all the time. So I know what andale mean. Andale, andale. I digress. But yeah, excuse me. Yeah, it's been a good, it's been a good feeling around here, man. Like everybody's upbeat, everybody's, looking forward to the game, everybody's supporting this. They love them out here. Oh my God, they love this. I see Knicks fans sprinkled around everywhere, but everybody walk around with a final shirt on. They, it's real around here. You know, it's real. They love them around here. You know. Like I said, it's sort of a little warm right here. It's beautiful, and like I said, beautiful day. I mean, the sun just coming out now. It's been cloudy all day. It rained last night. It's beautiful day out here today. When the sun's out, it's beautiful out here. The landscape is beautiful. I wish I could share it with everybody. I wish I could, take what I see and how I feel and share it with everybody because it's beautiful around here and I love it. So. I love the people around here. I love being with my wife here, and I love just experiencing a new place, and the fact that they have an NBA team that's sitting in on the cusp of winning a title. It just makes it a whole lot better. And we say that's just gravy right there. It's biscuits with the gravy. My man, and live man. One talk, one love, my brother, man. Appreciate the support. Appreciate the support. Give a shout out to my stepdaughter too. It's Jaylene Nicole Zavala. We've been going. We have a complicated relationship. My stepdaughter, man, just when you start a relationship and the other person has children, it ain't always gonna go smoothly. It ain't always gonna, come off the. It ain't always gonna lead the runway smoothly, But here we talk, communication and stuff, and we have a lot better relationship, and and she's doing good things. She's continuing her education. I want to tell her that I'm proud of her and I love her, and I want her to keep going. Don't let nothing stop her. She got this far. She can get, beat any obstacle. She get through this. She can get through anything. You know. So, yes, yes, yes. Like I said, if they win tonight, I don't know. Man, I'm trying to. I don't know if I can. I don't. I've been thinking about because I know they. I seen on television where they record. I think NBA Live out here by the Alamo. I was over there like 2 weeks ago, and I actually recorded a video over there right where they was doing the set at, and I think I posted on Facebook where I was over, and I think I posted on TikTok also where I was on just walking over there. I was doing DoorDash and I was had to pick up in that area. So I was just walking over there and I took a video over there by the Alamo. I thought it was very cool. So, that's what they doing over there. And I thought about going over there. I don't know, but it's just a hassle sometimes. Probably a little crowded now because of people that came in from New York and their places and stuff. So it's probably a lot more crowded out there. So it just I don't know if it was worth it. I was thought about it. I thought just to go over there since they say I look like since they say I look like Kendrick Perkins anyways, walk up to him and go, brother. And see what he said. Like, man, they said we look like, what's going on, man? You my brother? What's going on with you? But yeah, as I thought about that one. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe, maybe not. But oh, I also like to give a shout out all the way to in North Carolina. I like to give a shout out to my second cousin, my little cousin. Brianna. Her name Brianna. Formerly, I forgot what his last. I forgot what his last name. Formerly Brianna Blackmore. She's the daughter of my late cousin. Reginald Blackmore. And she got married a few days ago, and I like tell her congrats. I'm sorry I couldn't make it. I tell her congratulations. I love her all the way here from Texas. I know they have a beautiful child together. And I seen the Sorry, I don't know your husband's name off the top of my head. I just uh, Nadir. Nadir, I think that's his name. I forgot his I don't know his last name. I think his first name. I like to say salute, my brother. Welcome to the family. And y'all have a beautiful family. Take care of your queen, take care of your family, take care of your child, and just keep it moving. You know, as his brother Ronald Blackman would say, keep it moving. And I wish y'all well. Wish y'all well. Wish y'all wealth and prosperity. This world is tough. If you can find love and find happiness, you hold on to it. Don't let it go. You know, Brianna, you done found your king. Hold on to him. Don't let him go. Nadir, you found your queen. Hold on to it and never let her go. You know. That being said, I said I got to. I shouldn't watch this game. That being said, I'd like to thank y'all for chilling with me today. We'll do this again. I might depends on we'll come back tomorrow and talk about this because see what's up with this game. We talk about it. If there's something to talk about, we'll sit up here and chop it up. If not, I'll holler at y'all on Friday. Like I always say, kiss your kids, kiss your loved ones, tell them you love them, embrace them whenever you can because you never know, man. It's world crazy out here. You don't know what's going to happen the next day. Might be the last. I love y'all, and y'all have a beautiful night. Good night. Go Spurs, go. Buenas noches.